Emily, what happened?
They took everything. They took it all.
Well, I was coming to talk about the banquet, but everything's gone.
Yeah, they took everything.
What about the gems?
The gems. We better go find the gems, Nate.
UJ shapes bright minds, so maybe they shape gems too.
Seems like a stretch, but okay, Nate.
Do you have any here?
Absolutely, we've got gems all over campus. What are you looking for specifically?
All of them.
All of them, we've got them all right here at UJ.
Chevrolet gems. I mean, geologically speaking.
Pretty sure that says GMC.
Oh, come on.
Emily says that says gems, not GMC.
No, that's GMC. We sell GMC here.
Not gems?
No, not gems.
Okay.
Quality title, maybe they have quality gems.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right, let's do it. Lindsay, don't you have any gems?
Gems? We sell real estate here.
I thought you would have some gems for the chamber banquet.
No gems here that I know of.
Dang it. Where's Nate?
Gems are stones, right?
Yeah.
Geologically speaking, the hospital has kidney stones. They gotta have gems, come on.
I don't know if those are the gems we're looking for, but okay, Nate.
So you're sure I can't get in the operating room to find some gems?
No, there are no gems here.
Banks have a lot of valuables.
Yeah?
I think we need to check them out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
go.
I agree. They gotta have something.
Nate and Emily, I'm sorry, but I can't let you in our safes because we don't have any gems in the safe at the bank. Hey, Monica, this is Mark. Hey, Nate and Emily are on their way over, and for some reason they're looking for gems, so they're on their way over to you.
Thanks, Mark. I'll watch for him. I don't have any gems. Better luck. Next stop.
Well, this has to be it. Rock?
I mean, geologically speaking.
Yeah, they have to have gems. Let's go. Nancy, have you seen any gems around?
Gems? Gems for what? What kind of gems?
For the banquet, for the chamber banquet.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
What? Ah, you found one! Let's go. What are you watching?
A movie.
What are you doing? We're supposed to be looking for gems. Come on.
They've dug so much fiber, they've had to have found some gems.
Yeah, that sounds right. So you're sure you didn't find any gems when you guys were digging underground?
No gems, but we have fantastic fiber internet.
All right. Hey. All right, we have all these gems. Let's go see what Shirley thinks.
Let's check them out. All right, Shirley.
Yeah?
What's it worth?
I hate to be the burden of bad news, but they ain't worth nothing. You should have started here, where all the gems are. Sorry. You're gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Nate, I can't believe these aren't real.
They're so nice.
This is a really nice keyboard. I have one just like it.
Yeah.
Is that my mouse? Nate, why do you have a picture of my family?
Took it from your office. Thought you were remodeling.
Oh.
You know, I just can't believe these aren't the real gems.
What are we gonna do? You know, Nate, gems, they were in front of us all along.
What do you mean?
The people, businesses, that's what the banquet's all about.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yes!
For the 5 or 6 of you who might not know who I am, I'm Vincent Klobeck. I'm the Membership Relations Manager with the Chamber, and I so wish that Emily and Nate would have started with me, because I could have told you who the gems are from word 1, but they didn't, so oh well. I'm so glad that you guys have joined us tonight on this bitterly cold night to be together, to enjoy a great meal, to enjoy some food. It is the honor of my short lifetime to ask you to welcome back to the stage. You know them, you love them, you just watched a video starring them. It's Nate Willer with Fairway Home Mortgage and my close friend and personal boss, Emily Bivens, the Executive Director of the Jamestown Area Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thanks, Vincent. In hindsight, that probably would have been smarter to talk to you first, but for the 15th time, thank you, Vincent.
Nate, can you believe we went to all those businesses looking for gems and they were right in front of us the entire time?
You know, geologically speaking, sometimes you just have to roll with the punches.
Nate, I don't think you're using the word geologically right.
You know, Emily, when we do this event every year, I try to make you look like the smart one. But right now is not the time for math equations and shapes, all right?
That's geometry.
You know, how about we bring the ambassadors back up and we'll draw some more raffle prizes.
Change the subject. Ambassadors, can we please have you come up for the next round of raffle prize drawings? Again, all proceeds for the raffles go towards scholarships for incoming UJ students. The Chamber and our partners are able to provide those scholarships each year because of all of you, so thank you for purchasing those tickets. Nate, it's always fun seeing who these scholarship recipients are and the places they go.
Yeah, I mean, geologically speaking, we've seen a lot of great recipients from Stutsman County go on to do great things throughout North Dakota and beyond.
Again, Nate, I don't think you are using the word geologically right. I think you meant geographically.
Well, gemologically speaking, I think we should move on and talk a little bit more about the gems in our community.
Okay, all right. Now, we would like to recognize some special guests, or as Nate said, some more Chamber gems. Throughout the year, the Chamber likes to show our appreciation for top-notch customer service. It is time to recognize your 2025 Customer Service Award winners. I ask that they each stand and be recognized as I call your name, and please remain standing, and our audience will applaud once all of our award winners have been called. January was Owen Martin from Spirits Bar and Grill. February was Sammy Neva of Chatter Pediatric Therapy. March was Howard Weisfenning of Bergseth Brothers. April was Kylan Lofsgaard of Heartland Heating and Cooling. May was Marsha Kropp of 701 Print and Design. June was John Respert of Hugo's Family Marketplace. July was Brandon Guthmiller of Jamestown Plumbing and Heating. August was Amanda Love of Gate City Bank. September was Kellen Cross of Arby's. October was Jordan Schock of B Mobile. November was Steve Justice of Two Rivers Activity Center. And December was Cole Carpenter of the Art Center. Congratulations to those award winners once again.
So along with the great individuals in our community, the Chamber works to raise appreciation of the greatness of area businesses through the Business of the Month Award. This year's award winners, please stand as your name is called and remain standing. We ask that our audience applauds the award winners once all of them have been called. So for the month of January, Gate City Bank. February, Les Schwab. March, Rock Solid Chiropractic. April, Originals. May, Champ Industries. June, Eventide. July, Pizza Ranch. August, Corner Bar and Grill. September, Nodak Insurance Company, Nick Brunn's agency.
It's a customer.
October, Cavendish Farms. November, Better Construction. Then December, McDonald's. Give them a round of applause.
Congratulations again to all those award winners, and thank you for continuing to provide exceptional service to our community. At this time, I want to recognize a few more folks who help make our chamber a gem in our community. Your chamber staff not only shine bright like rare gems, but they have helped your chamber become a vibrant and thriving organization. Warren Abrahamson and Vincent Klobeck have worked tirelessly to help promote your business, connect you to needed resources, and advocate for your well-being in our community and beyond. Thank you to the Jamestown Area Chamber staff. Another group I want to recognize tonight is your 2025 Chamber Board. The board was made up of 9 individuals that are dedicated to making your chamber the best it can be for you, our members. The 2025 Chamber Board of Directors included Whitney Bruns of Downtown Dental, Travis Dillman of Interstate Engineering, Dustin Jensen of the University of Jamestown, Felicia Sargent of Newman Signs, Nate Willer of Fairway Home Mortgage, Alyssa Loyson with Jamestown Stutzman Development Corporation, Jason Rohr of Insure Forward, Jen Greeley of Harvestone Low Carbon Partners, and Amber Bakken of Creative Energy. Would the 2025 Chamber Board members please stand to be recognized? The Chamber Board really had our members' interests at the forefront of their minds this past year. We hosted multiple events and programs that saw over 10,000 participants. Your Chamber Board continues to work, advocate, and grow relationships between businesses and the community. They have helped the Chamber Network grow into an organization that has over 380 members that employ over 6,500 people in our community. The programs and events that we've highlighted tonight are true Chamber gems, shining examples of what's possible when businesses come together with a shared purpose. They are proof that your chamber membership works, and they happen because of you. Thank you for investing in our community. Thank you for choosing to think local and for doing business with your fellow chamber members. Each of you represents a gem in your own right, adding strength, value, and brilliance to our local economy. So thank you for being a trusted resource, a partner, and an advocate for the chamber and for one another. We are truly grateful that you are here, growing, innovating, and helping our community shine. Thank you for your loyalty and commitment to the Jamestown Area Chamber of Commerce. It is an honor to be a part of this organization, and it is an even greater honor to continue serving all of you in 2026. Your chamber board also helps set the vision and support for 4 active committees made up of volunteers. Each of those committees carries out different functions that help the chamber complete our work. As I mentioned the committees, will the committee members please stand and be recognized? The Ambassador Committee is chaired by Felicia Sargent of Newman Signs. The Ambassador Committee is the PR arm of the chamber. They help our staff and board promote the wonderful work and growth of the chamber to the entire community. Thank you, ambassadors. Please stand and be recognized as Chamber Gems. The Ag Energy Committee is chaired by Shane Remick of Central Sales. They help the chamber board and staff promote and enhance good relations between the 2 largest industries in our region and the community. Thank you to the Ag Energy Committee for serving the chamber. Please stand and be recognized. The Beautification Committee is co-chaired by Paulette Ritter and Bob Martin. The Beautification Committee strives for a clean and attractive community. They partner with local entities on tree plantings, cleanup efforts, and updating signage, which we had to do after this storm this year. Will the Beautification Committee members please stand to be recognized? Thank you to the Beautification Committee. And last but certainly not least, the Young Professionals of Jamestown Committee is chaired by Ben Stanelson of Dakota Central. The Young Professionals of Jamestown work to connect, inspire, and empower young professionals in the community. They do that through providing professional development and networking opportunities. Thank you to our Young Professionals of Jamestown for serving the chamber. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you again to all of our volunteers, and a special thank you to the chamber member businesses who support their involvement in these committees and activities. I know it takes up some of their day, especially the ambassadors. A few years ago, we shifted our membership due structure to also shift the power to our members. You as members have the ability to choose your investment in the chamber and help shape our future. At this time, I want to invite Vincent Klobeck, our Chamber's Membership Relations Manager, back to the stage to help me recognize 3 local businesses that choose to support the Chamber at the highest level. They are our shining champions. Will a representative from Dakota Central, Cavendish Farms, and Sanford Health please come forward? Thank you to our champions for choosing to invest in our chamber at the highest level and beyond. We truly appreciate your commitment to our chamber activities and initiatives.
That's not Cavendish.
You said I was up.
Somebody got these out of order.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Out over there. We'll take a picture.
And Dakota Central.
Ben.
All right, and now I would like to invite the Sapphire of the evening. To present the Beautification Committee's awards, please welcome Felicia Sargent of Newman Signs.
Well, I am pleased to be presenting the Beautification Committee Awards tonight. And what better way to start an evening of chambered gems polished to perfection than presenting awards for the beautification of our Jamestown community. These gems of natural and painted beauty in our community did not go unnoticed by the members of the Beautification Committee and deserve the recognition they will receive tonight. We will be presenting area businesses and organizations with the following 3 awards: Continuing Beautification of the Committee, Spot of Beauty, and Best Landscaping. Our first award of the evening is Continuing Beautification of the Community. We are very proud to recognize the Jamestown Downtown Association Flower Basket Program. You can't drive through First Avenue through Jamestown from roughly Memorial Day to just past Labor Day and not notice the flower basket gems hanging on the poles. The Flower Basket Program started in 2006 as a collaboration between the Beautification Committee, Jamestown Downtown Association, we're going to go JDA, and the city, with help from former mayor and eventual JDA ambassador Charlie Karagian. Funding for the program was led by the JDA, and in 2019, the JDA fully took on the Flower Basket Program. The flowers have grown, expanded, and evolved over the years through droughts, custom hanging brackets, self-watering planters, although I bet Lynn would disagree with that or challenge that, and growing the flowers from seedlings. I believe the Flower Basket Program is as polished to perfection as it can become and very deserving of this award. To receive the Continuing Beautification of the Community Award, please welcome Lynn Lambert to accept on behalf of JDA.
The donations come from many of the folks that I see around the room here. We have citizens, we have former citizens. We get donations from as far as Maryland, from some of Charlie Karagian's family still. We also receive donations from all of the businesses around here as well, and a lot of people that just, stop me on the street, hand me a $100 bill. We want to thank everyone for that, because it really is completely donation fed. There is no city or grant money that goes into the flower program, so we appreciate everyone for that. And just thank you very much for this. We appreciate the acknowledgement. Thanks.
The Spot of Beauty Award will be our second award of the evening. This year, we are pleased to recognize the Welcome to Jamestown mural on First Avenue Plaza building. This artistic Spot of Beauty gem began when building owner Dale Lindy was approached by Jamestown Tourism to create a mural on the First Avenue building, as well as interest he had received from the Blaskowskis at Flex and Flow Fitness. Our Paul Newt created the mural with input from several community partners, and he noted that the mural is supposed to be uplifting and inspirational, with sounds like a gem polished to perfection. The main centerpiece is a blue stamp, like a sapphire, that includes an outline of North Dakota, Stutsman County, wildlife, and the world's largest buffalo. The Welcome to Jamestown message features flowers, a sunset, meadowlark, and notable Jamestown natives. A very specific request for the mural was the patriotic theme and feel, which was highlighted by an American flag, the bald eagle, and the Iwo Jima Memorial. There are many more gems to be found within this mural, and I encourage you to discover those for yourself. Please help me welcome Dale Lindy to accept tonight's award for the Welcome to Jamestown mural. The Best Landscaping Award. This year's honoree is Dairy Queen. With royal blizzards on the menu and the largest restaurant allowed to be built by a franchise at 3,000 square feet, complete with 2 drive-through lanes, there has to be a gem or two around. Where else but North Dakota, and specifically Jamestown, would people think, what should we do tonight when it's 20 below? The answer is let's go to get ice cream. Watch for it tomorrow when it's -19 and those 2 drive-through lanes will be full of use. Tricia and Kelly Seekerson took the busiest Dairy Queen in North Dakota, polished it to perfection, then invested in the Jamestown community to build a new Dairy Queen and didn't stop there. They continued to develop the area around the building with a gym of a lighted sign, upgraded parking, outside seating, and of course the reason we are honoring them tonight, the Beautification Committee's Best Landscaping Award. Please welcome Tricia and Kelly Seekerson to accept tonight's award for Dairy Queen.
Well, we all know I would not go without talking, so my husband already is like, well, we know you were going to grab the mic. Well, I just want to thank you all. We bought the Dairy Queen 8 years ago, and Kelly said in 10 years we could build a new one. Well, year 6, I made him build a new one. And we did go over and beyond with the Dairy Queen. This is our heart and soul. This is our hometown. So when we presented it to Dairy Queen and what we wanted to do, they thought we were crazy, but we did do it. We are actually #1 in North Central region now, not just North Dakota. So we are bypassing all of our goals by a lot. We employ 60 plus people now. So we are very busy. We've expanded into Devil's Lake and Valley City also now. And then that ugly corner, you had seen the old Dairy Queen has been knocked down now. So we will be working on that as soon as it gets nice out, and we'll be bringing you another place and making that corner even prettier than what it is. So thank you again.
One more round of applause for all of the Big City Beautification Award winners. Thank you. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Young Professional of Jamestown Committee Chair Ben Stanlifson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ben Stanlifson, and I have the pleasure of announcing the Young Professional of the Year Award. Tonight, we are excited to recognize a young professional who exemplifies leadership, service, and deep commitment to the future of our community. The mission of the Young Professionals of Jamestown is to connect, inspire, and empower young professionals to make a positive impact on the community. The individual we are honoring tonight brings those words to life every day. He is someone who not only has the vision, but who follows through with action, dedication, and respect for the people around him. Throughout his time in our community, Riley Akervik has taken on significant leadership roles, including serving as president of the Arts Center Board, joining the JRMC Foundation Board, and contributing to the success of the Young Professionals of Jamestown. In each of these roles, he has demonstrated the ability to lead and keep the long-term needs of our community at the forefront. One of his most impactful contributions this past year has been his leadership during the Arts Center Capital Campaign. This was no small undertaking, as it required a great deal of time, energy, and effort to bring the community together around a shared goal and vision. His strategic thinking and steady leadership helped complete this major community project, one that will benefit Jamestown for generations to come. His work on that campaign demonstrated not only his strong leadership skills, but also his understanding of how vital creative spaces are to our community. Riley Akervik is thoughtful, motivated, and deeply invested in making a difference. He inspires others through his commitment to the community he lives in and empowers those around him to do the same. He carries himself with professionalism, compassion, and integrity that makes him an asset in every organization he is involved with. For his leadership, his service, and his unwavering dedication to Jamestown, it is my honor to present the Young Professional of the Year Award to Riley Akervik.
I'm not as prepared as everyone else, so I did write this out in case you don't want me to sit up here and talk for too long. First of all, thank you, Ben, and thank you to the Young Professionals Committee. This is an honor. I'm very grateful. Bear with me. I just want to thank a few people because nobody would be up here, none of the award recipients tonight would be up here without the people surrounding them. So I have to recognize them. First, I want to give a thank you to Jamestown. As I look out across the room, all the welcoming faces that this community brings are a huge reason why I came to Jamestown and why I continue to stay here. Your support has always been the reason why I say I love this community and often encourage other people to move here or live here. Second, thank you to my Jamestown family. You know who you are. You've all taken me under your wing and supported me through every career change, life challenge, and so much more, and I wouldn't be here without you today. Third, shout out to my Unison Bank crew. You made 2025 amazing, and I'm so excited for what the future can bring. We have a lot of fun challenges ahead, and I'm very excited for them, so thank you. Fourth, I want to give a thanks to the boards that I've had the privilege of being on, from the Young Professionals Committee to the Arts Center Board to the JRMC Foundation. Each of these boards has pushed me to be a better person, and I specifically want to thank 3 people. Every crazy idea I've had, every Mindy budget decision I've had for the Arts Center, we always talk about. You guys have always been there for me and supported me. So I would not be up here today without these 3 people, Mindy Schmitz of the Arts Center and Ben Samuelson and Allison Limke. So thank you guys. You're, again, huge reason I'm up here today, and I share this award with you. Thanks for always having my back and making me a better leader. And then lastly, I want to thank a small group of people who have mentored me from the very beginning of my time here in Jamestown. To Hunter, Liz, Sandy, Justin, and CJ, you have been a part of every career decision, interview preparation, different life struggles that I've encountered, every failure as well. Trust me when I say I would not be half the person I am today without each and every one of you. Thank you again and again for this award, everyone that was involved in this. I am humbled, I am honored, and I love this community, so thank you very much.
I would like to welcome back to the stage the Chamber Ambassador Chair and Chamber Board Member Felicia Sargent.
The 2005 Business of the Year was selected from 12 Businesses of the Month award winners. The Business of the Month award celebrates businesses that exemplify excellence in our community. This honor is given to businesses that employ local professionals of all ages, provide a consistent, superior customer service experience, actively engage in Jamestown community, demonstrate exceptional growth through innovation and product service development. In following our banquet theme, the 2025 Business of the Year also is a gem in our community. It has its very own gem as a part of their everyday life. Nate, would you please bring out the gems of our Business of the Year? Cavendish Farms is the 4th largest producer of frozen potato products in North America, and made the commitment to the Jamestown area in 2001. I would like to read their nomination letter that led to the Business of the Year recognition tonight. Cavendish Farms is a Jamestown pillar of the community. As the top supporter of the United Way in Stutsman County, they've proven time and again that they care about the community and the people. Their generosity shows up everywhere, from after-prom parties and Little League teams to educational tours for students and support for the Ann Carlson Center. Cavendish also provides opportunities for a diverse workforce, creating a welcoming place to work where employees feel valued. As they grow their deepening roots in Jamestown, striving to be the employer of choice and a good neighbor, whether through donations, education, or job opportunities, Cavendish Farm continues to make a difference in our community. Cavendish Farms truly exemplifies excellence in our community and checks all the boxes for Business of the Year. They do employ local professionals of all ages and from a diverse range of backgrounds, drawing from a much larger area than North Dakota. Currently, they employ 231 individuals representing approximately 14 countries. Their diversity led to creating language ambassadors who are available to help team members with language translation. They provide a consistent, superior customer experience as they process potatoes for major restaurant chains and market proprietary products. They demonstrate exceptional growth through innovation and product service development. Cavendish is committed to a $150 million investment for building expansion, fryer replacement, improvements to their working environment, enhancing production and environmental management, which includes a $30 million water treatment plant, which aims to alleviate the burden on Jamestown's municipal wide wastewater system and shows their commitment to supporting the community. The expansion project as a whole is projected to secure the plant's processing operations for the next 2 decades. Actively engaging in the, yes, it's amazing. Actively engage in the Jamestown community. This one amazed me. Between 2024 and 2025, they supported 71 events, organizations, clubs, foundations, and businesses. One of those specifically, the United Way, which in turn supports an additional 14 organizations, essentially bringing that 2-year total to 85 organizations. And let's not forget their commitment to the Jamestown Chamber and being one of our chamber champions. I believe they have more than checked the boxes for the business of the year. There's only one more thing. Nate, would you please take these potato gems and give them a true Cavendish polishing? Now that's one perfectly polished Cavendish gem. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate the 2025 Business of the Year Cavendish Farms.
Well, I can't say I prepared a speech, but very humbled with all the kind words that were said about Cavendish Farms. Since I've been part of the team, I've just been amazed at what Cavendish does for the community and for the team members themselves, and to be part of such an amazing community. I've been blown away with all the events that we've taken place and all the businesses. So to be honored here with all the businesses that were mentioned and all the businesses that even weren't mentioned just yet, but maybe next year, it's just, we feel blessed and honored to be part of this, be part of the community, and went on to continue to serve as best as we can. So thank you very much.
Tonight we have the opportunity to recognize an individual whose leadership, dedication, and impact truly exemplify the spirit of the Above and Beyond Award. In my role as president of Jamestown Parks and Recreation Board of Directors, I've had the privilege of working closely with Amy Walters. And I can say without hesitation that her leadership, integrity, and commitment to this community are exceptional. Amy has guided Jamestown Parks and Recreation through a remarkable period of growth and progress. She approaches every project, whether large or small, with collaboration, creativity, and a clear focus on what will best serve our community. Her ability to unite organizations, community groups, and residents around a shared vision has truly transformed our parks and recreational spaces. In 2025 alone, Amy's leadership went far beyond expectations. Through her initiative and persistence, JPRD secured more than $785,000 in federal and state grant funding and helped oversee over $7.9 million in community investment through capital projects and partnerships. Pretty amazing. Under her guidance, Jamestown has seen major improvements, including the renovation of McElroy Park Fields and Nikias Park, upgrades to the Jack Brown Stadium lighting, reconstruction of McElroy Baseball parking lot, and improvements at Hillcrest Golf Course and the bunker. Long-term planning efforts like the McElroy and Lichty Park Master Plan, the Comprehensive Community Recreation Plan, and trail network development will benefit our community for years to come. From court upgrades to new signage, each project reflects thoughtful leadership and commitment to quality. These accomplishments highlight more than Amy's ability to secure resources. They reflect her vision for inclusiveness, welcoming spaces that bring people together and strengthen our community. What makes Amy especially deserving of this award is that she does not seek recognition. She seeks results. Her passion, perseverance, and genuine care for Jamestown have reshaped both our community's landscape and its spirit. Amy Walters truly exemplifies what it means to go above and beyond, and I cannot think of no one more deserving of this honor.
Thank you, Mindy. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you. Normally, I'm not a very emotional person, so you guys got me there. Like Riley, I have a few people to thank too, but unfortunately I'm not getting the Young Professional Award, so I have to put my glasses on. Thank you so much for this incredible honor. Standing here tonight, looking at this room full of people that I respect so much, I am very mindful that no one earns an award called Above and Beyond on their own. This recognition reflects the work, dedication, and heart of so many people that surround me. To my coworkers and the entire Jamestown Park and Recreation team, this is truly our award. Every project we take on, sometimes I think they look at me and think I'm crazy. Whether it's a major renovation or a small improvement that makes someone's day a little bit brighter, happens because of their talent, their creativity, and their willingness to join me in that craziness, roll up our sleeves, and just get things done. You bring passion to the work, you care about this community, and you show up every single day ready to make Jamestown better. I'm grateful to be part of a team that believes in collaboration, problem solving, and doing what's right for the people we serve. This past year was a lot. It was extraordinary. Together we secured major grants, strengthened partnerships, weathered a couple of storms, oversaw nearly $8 million in community investment. But the numbers only tell part of the story. What really matters is the impact. The parks that feel more welcoming, the fields and playgrounds that bring our families together, the trails that connect our neighborhoods, and the spaces that help people feel proud of where they live. Those outcomes happened because of all of you. I also want to thank our partners across the community. The organizations, the donors, the volunteers, advocates, and residents who share ideas, challenge us, and help bring big visions to life. Jamestown is at its best when we work together, and I'm honored to be part of that collective effort. And finally, to my family, thank you for being my foundation. Your support makes everything possible. You've encouraged me through long days, celebrated the wins, and steadied me during the tough times. You give me strength to lead with purpose and to stay grounded in what matters the most. I'm incredibly proud of what we've accomplished, and I'm even more excited for what's ahead. Thank you for believing in me, for believing in our team, and for believing in the future of Jamestown. I'm truly honored to accept this award tonight. Thank you.
Wow, it's good to be in North Dakota when it's 20 below. We flew in from Arizona last night. Those of you that know us know that after I retired a few years ago, we started spending the winters down there. So it was a little shock when we got off the plane, but Warren came over and picked us up, and we had the pleasant company of Warren in the car just warmed us right up. And his payment was we stopped and bought him a dozen crumble cookies. A half dozen, not a whole dozen. I can't afford a whole dozen. You know, I've never had $5 cookies before. But I have to say they're worth it. There's some of you that are younger that are newly involved that don't know me. I have lived in Jamestown just about 20 years. I grew up in Barnes County, next door, north of Valley City, and I spent 39 years working in healthcare administration, mostly long-term care, and my last 14 here at Ave Maria in Jamestown. So, I am a chamber has-been. I served on the chamber board for 5 years and as board chair for most of 2013 and 2014. And along with Shirley Jackson and Kevin Sortland, we have the distinction of being the only people that ever fired a board chair, or an executive director. Yeah. We would never fire you. I have to say, those 2 years were hell. So, but you got a smooth running organization now, and you ought to be proud of it. Okay, well, I used to talk a lot at chamber banquets and roast people. That was my job, was to roast the winners. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I have roasted many of Jamestown's best, including Casey Stout, Jerry Berquist, Marv Tokach, Don Bentz, and Paulette Ritter, most recently. But finally, Emily said enough is enough, no more roasts, and I was not invited back. But I promised her tonight that there would be no roasting, but I did not promise that there wouldn't be a little teasing. Having said that, it's an even greater honor to be here to celebrate a couple who are very near and dear to me and to my wife, and recognize them for what they've done to make this community a better place, and to express our gratitude for all the lives they've touched over the past 60 years. I'm not ready yet. Including, that's okay, that's okay. Including mine, and of course I'm referring to Donald and Sharon Caine. But first, a little background. Sharon Caine, start ladies first. Sharon Caine was born in October 1940 in Valley City to Harry and Sophie Peterson. She grew up on the Peterson farm, Warren, first picture. Yeah, 1 mile north of Leal, North Dakota. Next picture. That's the house she grew up in, 1 mile north of Leal, North Dakota. And I have to say, I'm sure it looked better when she lived there. It's kind of gotten run down. But it doesn't belong to the Petersons anymore. She attended Leal Public School, Leal, North Dakota Public School for 12 grades, graduated in 1958 in a class of 4. Were you the valedictorian? Sharon, were you the valedictorian? You in a class of 4, you couldn't be the valedictorian. Oh, 5, there were 5. It was a big class. My mother had 6 in Pillsbury. All right. She was an eminent basketball player, Warren. This little cutie right here she is, right here. Yeah, this is the Leal team in the 1957 Barnes County tournament. Yeah, isn't she cute? She's cute. And Sharon led this team to many losses. Barnes County tournament, all over the greater Barnes County area. So, my mother, who is Sharon's age, and played basketball against her in high school. That's when they used to do this. The forwards couldn't go over the half line, and the guards couldn't go over the half line, and to shoot, they'd go like this. I'd pay money to see that now. Anyway, she said that the Leal gym was in a pit, and you had to climb down a ladder. It's like sitting around an empty swimming pool and looking down on people. Mom said she'll never forget that. Well, she and my mother both enrolled after graduation at Valley City State Teachers College in the fall of 1958. Warren, there she is. Isn't she beautiful? And I know it was the cat eye glasses that got Don. They're the height of sexy. My mom had them too. Okay, another picture. I think this is, you were in the Athenaeum sorority, weren't you? Okay. And there she is with a boy, not Don Caine. This was a dance. You were the king and queen. Do you remember what dance that was? The mistletoe ball? Oh. Oh, cute. Okay. Sharon was a sweet and innocent girl. She really was. She was well loved by everyone. Pure as the driven snow, some would say. That's why it was especially important to find the right guy to do the driving. And we'll talk about him in a minute. While in high school in Lille, Sharon met a questionable character who happened to be the son of the minister at Lille Methodist Church. This guy had already been out of high school for 3 years, and Sharon's parents were a little concerned when they found out that this guy had caught her eye. 4 years older than her? And you know what they say about preachers' kids? We weren't allowed to play with them when we were kids. They were a bad influence. Of course, he was studying to be an optometrist at the time, which meant he couldn't be totally useless. And so the Petersons decided that he had at least some potential. So they approved, and this young man's name was Donald P. Caine. Being a preacher's son, Don moved around a lot. He was born in Colorado, August 9th, 1936, a day that will live in infamy, to Reverend Stanley and Pauline Caine. I'll let you do the math, but to say the least, this dude's got a few 100,000 miles on him. His draft card was signed by President Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt. His middle name P stands for prehistoric. He actually even helped farm with horses to earn extra money as a kid. And then, of course, they invented the wheel, and it got a lot easier. Oh, yeah. Don grew up in many exotic cities, including Minnewacan, Grace City, Devil's Lake, Park River, and finally Lansford, North Dakota, where he graduated from high school in 1954. Warren. There he is. I colorized the picture. See, they didn't have color pictures when you graduated. I colorized that. Okay. Later that year, he enrolled at the North Dakota State School of Forestry in Bottineau. He earned an associate degree there in '56. And then he went to the Illinois College of Optometry in Chicago, and to everyone's surprise, he did not flunk out. After graduating from eye doctor school in 1959, Don heeded the call of Uncle Sam, Warren, and joined the U.S. Air Force. Isn't he dashing? He actually had been roommates with the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur, and they kind of talked him into it. He was stationed at the Ellsworth Air Force Base near Rapid City, South Dakota, and he worked as an optometrist for the military personnel on the base. On August 12, 1960, Donald married Sharon Peterson at the Lille Methodist Church, which does not stand anymore. Don's dad, Reverend Stanley Caine, officiated at the ceremony. There they are. Sweet. Anyway, and show them cutting the cake too, yeah. Remember when they used to put their hands together and cut the first slice of the cake? Isn't it sweet? So, they got married and moved to Rapid City, and Sharon taught second grade in Rapid for 2 years while Don continued his optometry practice on the base. They welcomed their first child, Julie, who is here with us tonight with her husband. She looks just like her mother. And she was born at Ellsworth Air Force Base Hospital in 1962. I'm a year older than you. At the same year, Don and Sharon moved to Lisbon, North Dakota, where Don set up shop, optometry. And then in 1965, Dr. Wally Joes asked Don to come practice in partnership with him in Jamestown. And they just couldn't resist the chance to move to the big city. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly, figuratively speaking. Later, Don went into practice with Dr. Keith Prentice, a successful partnership that lasted for many years. And then daughter Susan, if you were going to be ambiguous about your age, I'm going to tell everybody how old you are, came along in 1966, and Steve joined the family in 1969. Don retired and sold his practice in year 2000, after which he and Sharon spent many happy winters in Coronado, California, near San Diego. This is kind of starting to sound like an obituary. I'll share this with Eddie Funeral Home, and they'll have a head start on your obituary, Don. Or Houts. You tell me which one. I don't want to leave the Houts out. Okay. Listing all the organizations that the Caines have been involved in Jamestown is exhausting. Don has been a member of Kiwanis for about 60 years. Later, when women were finally allowed to join Kiwanis, I think that was in the 80s, Sharon joined because they needed a piano player, of course. Get the woman because you need her for something. Well, I don't believe that. I'm making fun of the way they used to think. I am a very equality-minded person. Don and Sharon live, eat, and breathe Kiwanis. They really do. Don has cooked thousands of pancakes at the annual Kiwanis Pancake Day, next to me usually, and mine are better. While Sharon is always busy cleaning tables, directing traffic, doing all the tasks that it takes to get through that day. They've taken part in every Kiwanis Against Hunger event that has been held since 2011. That's getting to be a lot of them. They've attended Kiwanis district conventions representing the Jamestown Club. And Sharon and Don have helped with the annual blood drive for years, and Sharon has been the chairperson, I think, the past 2 years. In fact, Sharon has donated many gallons of blood. How many gallons? 8 gallons of blood over the years, for which the blood services organizations have honored and recognized her. Wherever Kiwanis is, the Caines are. Besides this, Don and Sharon deliver Meals on Wheels every week, and they have befriended several of the homebound people on their route who look forward to your visits. Interestingly, you're older than the people you're delivering to. Somebody pointed out. And they are pillars in the First United Methodist Church, where they both held all the leadership positions, Sharon in United Methodist Women and Circles and music. And at age 85, Sharon is currently the choir director at First Methodist. Wow. Don served on the Camp Rokawan board for over 30 years and has held leadership roles in that. Sharon's active in PEO Chapter K, has held all the offices and participated in its many worthy projects. Don served on the Jamestown Hospital Board, before it was JRMC, on the Hospital Board of Directors for 15 years and was the chair for several of those years, right, Don?
Served for 18, chair for 15.
He served for 18, chair for 15. Sorry I didn't get the number right there. I'm going to be paying for this. Okay. He also was on the Hospital Foundation Board for 27 years, is that right? Something like that. Okay. And due to their generosity, the Caines were honored as Philanthropists of the Year in 2014. I'm going to put that well, this applies to something that happened a little bit later, but that's what they look like. They haven't changed a bit. They don't age. They drink formaldehyde. I don't know. They're big supporters of the University of Jamestown. They've given generously to this institution. They're members of the Jimmy Boosters, and you'll often see them at UJ sporting events, whether football, basketball, volleyball, or whatever, cheering on the home team. I know there are so many other contributions the Caines have made. I've only begun to list them and continue to make, but these are at least some of the highlights. Why are Don and Sharon, why were they chosen for this award? Well, one, somebody nominated them. And Don said it was probably a good idea because next year they could be pushing up daisies. You said that. Well, you didn't say the pushing up daisy thing. Yeah. Well, you're 90. You don't remember a lot of things. Now, to get just a little serious, Don and Sharon are the youngest older people I know. We've hung out with them a lot over the years. In fact, on one of our adventures with them, well, this is kind of funny. We went to Lille. We went to the big city of Lille, where Sharon is from. And first you have to tour South Lille, and you look at, like, there's 6 houses there. And they close the tracks, so you can't go across. You gotta go out of town, north, and back into North Lille, where there's 5 houses. But we went to Lille, and that was very enjoyable. The tour took 3.5 minutes. And then we went to St. Mary's Church up by Daisy to the Fall Supper. And on the way home, we hit a deer west of Spiritwood, all in the same night. When you're with Don and Sharon, you have fun. When we're with them, and seriously, we quickly forget that they're my parents' age. And I'm old. I think there are several reasons for this. First of all, Don and Sharon think young. They don't think old, they think young. They have a positive attitude. They live lives of gratitude. They look for the good in people, and they're joyful, upbeat, cheerful, and friendly always. Except probably when they're home alone by themselves. But whenever we see anybody there in the community, I think that's just who they are. They're humble, they're easily approachable. They care about the well-being of other people, not just being tied up or wrapped up in themselves. And they've committed countless random acts of kindness for different people over the years. They know they've been blessed, and they make a practice to give back. They're slow to judge, they're quick to praise. They stay physically active. Don still golfs, does all his own yard work, cleaned up tree branches this year with a little help from outside, but Sharon's still very active, continues to play the piano for Kiwanis and wherever she can be of service. And they are just lots of fun. They're the kind of people that you just want to be around, that you're just attracted to. There are some people I know that I'm not attracted to, and some of them are in this room. But they've got a magnetic presence. And I have to say, their marriage was a match made in heaven. I mean, a true partnership, a true equal partnership. And we should all emulate that. I'm almost done. Go back to the other picture. So 10 years ago, Don had cancer, went through a bout of cancer, and only the Caines could make daily trips out to Fargo and have a party every day. They went out to eat. They just stopped over, get radiation, and it was a party after that. Make friends at the hospital. Just meet new people. Make it all a positive experience. They're that way with everything. In fact, Don is the only guy I know who enjoys watching his own colonoscopy up on the screen in real time. Oh, Doc, what'd you find there? Oh, polyp. Oh. In fact, he gave it 8.5 on a scale of 10 and Nielsen ratings. No, I love these people, and they are dear friends and two of the most amazing people I have ever known. I cherish their friendship, and I hope it continues for many years to come. They have good genes, too. Sharon's dad lived to be 100, or just about, and Don's mom was in her 90s, so I think they're going to be around for a while. They have more adventures to experience, more fun times to enjoy, and more good deeds to do. Therefore, it is my great honor and privilege to present the 2026 Citizen of the Year Award to my friends Donald and Sharon Caine. No couple has ever deserved it more.
Wow, what an honor and what an evening. And thank you, Jim, I think. It was, I just can honestly say, I hope you all have as much fun growing into age as we have. And I mean that sincerely. I am going to tell the story, I wasn't thinking about it, but Don emceed a chamber banquet 35 years ago. And he announced that my wife sitting here today is just celebrating her 50th birthday. And a friend was sitting in front and said, "Oh my gosh, is he in trouble?" He had no idea how excited I was to turn 50. And I never am afraid to tell age because it has been such a wonderful life, a fun life. We have had 65 absolutely wonderful years. And 60 of them have been here in Jamestown. When we got the word that Don was invited to join the practice here in Jamestown, we were really excited, and I was especially happy to think we were going to a college town. Just think of all the stuff that happens at the universities. So we've had the wonderful times living here in Jamestown. It's been a wonderful, wonderful place to raise our kids, to grow old and have even more fun and adventures. You know, we've heard the line, to those who much has been given, of those who much be required. And we have been given much. But the things that I can say personally have done, they're not a requirement. It's been just a real joy to be able to be a part of organizations and activities and worthy causes in this really beautiful city. And it was a city for us. We coming from smaller towns as we grew up. It's been just a wonderful place to live, and we're proud of the city for the progressive moves that are being made, wonderful things that are happening in every corner of this city. And I think that's my main message of the evening, that when you give, you receive so much more. And I say that from the heart. I think that is just absolutely true when we do any of our fun activities. I come home very excited from visits to the nursing home or some activity that we're a part of. We receive much more than we give. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful life. I can't thank you enough for this wonderful honor. We accept it with gratitude and great humility. It's been a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. And that's John's turn.
We argued a little bit about who was going to go first, and she said, "I don't have much to say, I'll just go first anyway." Well, she's actually said it all, there's not much more to say. Before I go on, though, I got a little work to do with what's his name over here, Tim. He said that he was his mother was born the same time Sharon was. His mother was a classmate at Valley City, and so we call him son once in a while. He's our kid. He's the same kid, age as our kids, Julie and Susan, sitting out there. And the problem with kids is that they need money once in a while. You know that. And Tim's no different, you know. We go to the Kiwanis meeting, and it's time for Happy Dollars, and he says, "Mom, would you give me $1 for Happy Dollars?" So she pulls out $1, and you know, after a while, it gets to be quite a few bucks, and there's some question about whether we're going to get that money back. It could be $4 or $5 by now. You never. But he's a good kid otherwise, generally pretty good, not too hard to get along with, so that's okay. I thought he was going to say more nasty things about me, frankly, so I thought a little bit about him too. We both wear shorts in the summertime, and I have to say that my legs are a lot better than his. Ankles too. His are a little longer maybe, but there's no contest. We argue about that occasionally.
You said I had thick ankles.
I was getting to that. But, and when he started talking, frankly, I didn't think he was going to talk about himself. He went on for about 5 minutes telling all about himself. I'm like, at the nursing home, I was a chamber business, all that stuff. I said, I thought you were supposed to talk about us. And he finally got around to it. And so now it's time to get a little serious, I guess. When he was talking about that, I said, who are those people that he's talking about? And I look out at the crowd, and frankly, there's a lot of people out there that I don't know. I retired 25 years ago. We've lived here, but there's a lot of people in town I don't know. And you looking out there are probably saying, who are those people? You don't know us either, too. But it's, as Sharon mentioned, it's been a pleasure to be involved in things in town. The first thing we did was join the church, and we've been involved in that sort of thing. And then we joined the Kiwanis Club, and apparently the Kiwanis people are the ones that put you up to this thing about honoring us a little bit. We've been active with that. I have flipped a lot of pancakes, but I have to brag a little bit. I sell more Kiwanis pancake tickets than anybody. I have 3 spatulas to prove it, too. And I don't flip pancakes at home. But it's been our pleasure to be involved in a lot of things over the community. As I mentioned, I was on hospital board for a lot of years, and not the new hospital, the old hospital, but I'm extremely proud of the new hospital, too, even though I had a little bit to do with the older one. And we served on a few other things, and we've been happy to help out be involved with the Art Center and the university and the Senior Center, things of that nature have been important to us. When you live in a town like this, a town like Jamestown, it just seems like that's what you're supposed to do. If you live in a place, you want to keep it as good as it is, make it a little bit better if you can. And it's certainly been our pleasure to do those kinds of things. And we've contributed a few funds for it. We're not major givers to any of these gifts. There are not going to be any Caine dormitories going up anytime soon, but we've been happy to help out with that. And I guess if you do it long enough, like we have for 60 years, it adds up after a while. But we can't say enough. When Emily called me about a month ago and then told us, we chatted a little bit, and he says, the reason I'm calling is to tell you that you got this award. And I said, wow. I said, what did we do to deserve that? That isn't something we're thinking about. And she was very kind and said a few things but we asked ourselves that question, what did we do to deserve that? And so we've got a chance to think about it. Then the next thing is, what do you say when you get up here? And Riley was good. He put it down on paper. I didn't, and so I ramble on here, going on and on. But anyway, it's an extreme honor for us to be named. This is a high honor to be recognized by the community that you love, and so we really appreciate it. We were a little shocked, a little bit. We're humbled, but we're extremely honored to be accepted like this, and we hope that we can continue to deserve the honor that you've given us. So thank you very much.
Through the years, I got to know Riley a little bit. I get to work with Amy quite a bit. But before I go, I'm going to meet the Caines. I'm going to shake their hands. They're incredible people, and that's why we try to do what we do. But what an outstanding example. So thank you, guys. Mine will be fairly short and sweet, but as we go back, looking back at the past year, just want to acknowledge a few people and some achievements. One of them is actually Amber Bakken. I don't believe she's able to be here tonight. If you guys know Amber at all, she's the controller with Creative Energy. She served 2 terms on the board, 6 years, but she brings the nice thing about the chamber board is we brought a lot of people from a lot of different dynamics as far as what businesses they represent. Amber being a financial background brings another aspect to our board that not all of us have. And I know Emily would actually say the same thing. She just, when you talk about audits, all those things, she brings a perspective the rest of us don't have. So kudos to Amber and thank you for 6 years of dedicated service. Another one we just want to talk about, and Emily brought up a good point, we're going through the office remodel. And it's kind of tough sometimes when you think about that. There's 5 different boards that you got to get to agree to something like that. So you look at and thank you to all of these, of course, right? The Stutsman County Commission, the City of Jamestown, the JSDC, the Chamber Board, and the Tourism Board, all to agree that this is something that we need to do. It's coming along great. I stop in from time to time. Emily gives me a little tour. It's looking awesome. Hopefully early April we'll be able to actually get everybody out from the basement and upstairs and actually have windows again, so that'll be nice. Another one that started a little bit before last year, but we implemented a new brand and a logo with the Chamber and Tourism and the City, so I think everybody's seen that. A few things that the Chamber always does, there's many professional development opportunities. One is the Leadership Academy, there's the Marketing Workshop, the HR Workshop, and the AI Workshop, to name a few. We've had a few people that have taken the Leadership Academy. If you guys haven't had people, whether you haven't done it or some of your staff haven't done it, I'd really encourage you guys to push them in that direction. As you look around the room, we've got some amazing people in the room, and some of these same people that are here in the room right now are the ones that are actually teaching that Leadership Academy. We've had 3 people in our organization go through it, and they came back and had nothing but praise. They can take something from what they learned from every different speaker that they had, many of them that are in this room, and apply it to their daily lives. So a lot of kudos to those people as well. A few different programs and events this year and every year. We always have the award presentations, the networking events, the Chamber Bucks, Loyal to Local, various forums like the State of the City, Buffalo Days, and so much more. So the last one, and definitely not least, is that I really want to say thank you to Emily, Allison, Vincent, and Warren. I guess if you look at that, hopefully everybody in this room understands the importance of a dynamic team. And if you look at that team, that's like Exhibit A. And I know that if you talk to the staff, they're all going to say they can't do it without a great leader. And when you look at the leader, she's going to say that she can't do it without outstanding staff. And as you look at that, that's the team that everybody strives to be. So you guys set a good example, and you just look at everything that's going on tonight in our community. That has to start somewhere, and it starts with these guys. So kudos to all of them. And with that, I get the honor to introduce our incoming president, Mr., and as they say, heavy on the Mr., but a Mr. Dustin Jensen.
Thanks, everybody. The good news is everything on my list has already been said, so I can make this very quick. Nobody wants to be the person between you and the door, so we'll finish the night, and I do not have any of the humor that came out earlier. So first off, Travis, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure working with you, and we'll continue to work together in many things. But ladies and gentlemen, please thank Travis for his time. I'd also like to take a minute to congratulate all the award winners. Thank you so much for what you do for our community. Sharon and Dawn, you guys are amazing. We've known you for so many years. So one last time, thank you guys. I was asked to speak just quickly on what's coming for our chamber. First off, we have one new board member who is not able to be here tonight. And honestly, she's where she's supposed to be tonight. Holly Utke, the CEO of Dakota Central Telecommunications, is going to be joining the board. But she's watching her daughter play basketball, which is right where she should be. So kudos to Holly. We are excited to spend time with her. And then just a couple small but major things coming up for our chamber. First off, we've talked over and over about the renovation. These guys are really excited to get into a good office. If you haven't been down to their office, you should see the pile of chairs in the back of the room and the mess they're working out of. It's amazing, incredible, and ultimately, guys, thank you. And so, Emily, to your team, Allison, Vincent, Warren, you guys are amazing. And so my job for the next year is to get out of your way, and I promise to do that. I'll stay out of your way and let you guys do what you do because you're a very talented group, and we as a community are lucky to have you. So thank you guys. We look forward to a great year. The The last couple things coming up, look for new chamber gift cards coming out. Checks don't exist in our world anymore, and so we are moving to gift cards. Be prepared and ready for that. And 380 members make up our chamber. But these guys tell me we'll be over 400 this year. So please encourage your friends, other businesses to take part, because this is an amazing group and we're excited to see where it can go. And so with that, I just want to thank everybody, and I want to say the community of Jamestown is vibrant, it is great, and we're excited to see what this next year will be for us. So thanks so much. Have a great evening. Drive home safe. Thanks for being here.